now that you're seated comfortably, I want you to look up as high as you possibly can, rolling your eyes back into the back of your head and breathe in and breathe out. Rolling your eyes back as far as they will go. Roll them back to the back of your head and breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to practice this a few times so it doesn't feel totally foreign. And once we begin, I want you to focus only on my words. Again, keeping your eyeballs up. Breathe in and breathe out. Every time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you. Just one more time, breathe in, keeping your eyeballs up, and every time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you. And as you exhale, keep your eyeballs up. Just close your eyelids right down, all the way down, and just allow a drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body. I want you to drop your chin just a little bit so that you feel like you're looking down, that feeling that you might get when you're looking over a balcony or down a flight of stairs. Now you don't have to keep your eyes rolled back anymore. Just let your eyeballs go wherever they want to go and get that looking down feeling that you would get if you're looking down a flight of stairs. And as I count, you're getting to see your feet, hear your feet, feel your feet treading each step. You're moving on to step 10 as each muscle, each nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9 and 8, and you can see your feet, hear your feet, feel your feet, treading each step as you move down, drift down, travel down to an even deeper level. You're taking step 7, and you're going deeper as every number I count. You're taking step 6. You're going deeper with every sound you hear. You're taking step 5. You're halfway down as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 4 as you gently, calmly, easily move on over to an even deeper level. You're taking step 3, and any noise or movement around you, even the sound of your own breathing, is carrying you deeper and further into such a state of relaxation, such a healing state of hypnosis as you are taking step 2. Deeper just means that you're going deeper into an awareness of yourself. It's safe, it's wonderful, and it's amazing here. And now you're taking step 1. Just go deeper, sleep deeper, drift deeper. Every time I click my fingers and say the words, go deeper, sleep deeper, and you're going deeper. So just go deeper and deeper, and even deeper still, just go deeper. Drift deeper, sink deeper and deeper. That just means you're going into a deeper level where you're suggestible. So hypnosis is not about being asleep. It's about how suggestible you are. I'm going to show you how suggestible you are, and then every suggestion I give you is going to really go in and begin to powerfully transform your life. Remember, something different and truly amazing happens when you're hypnotized, and you're going to feel that now because I want you to imagine simply holding in your left hand the most powerful half lemon. So you have a big, juicy lemon, and as you squeeze it, you're going to feel that wonderful lemon texture. With your eyes closed, I want you to imagine bringing your hand up to your mouth and putting that whole half lemon into your mouth. Push that lemon into your mouth and start chewing and sucking the flesh. Start swallowing all the juices. Start swirling chunks of lemon around inside your mouth. And what's happening as you think about biting, sucking, chewing, and eating that half lemon is that your brilliant mind is actually pumping out saliva, creating saliva to a thought, because there is no lemon. That little experiment was just to show that if you believe you're eating a lemon, your body will make saliva to that belief, because every belief has a physical reaction in your body. You see, we all have beliefs about being rejected. Somewhere, somehow, someone has rejected you, hurt you, told you things about you that aren't true, and your mind has held on to them. I'm going to count back in a minute to a scene and then another 2. And these 3 scenes are going to show you just how, where, why, and when you acquired a fear of being rejected. As you understand why, you're going to become free of that fear, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Right now, I want you to simply imagine that you're going back in time. You're going back to your childhood home. You're going back to the home that you lived in between the ages of 2 and 8. And if you lived in more than one home between the ages of 2 and 8, it doesn't matter. Your mind will pick the right home. And even as you think about that and consider that, your mind is taking you back, way back, all the way back, and you're standing in the street. You're standing outside that home that you lived in between the ages of 2 and 8, and you're walking through the front door. You are now inside that home, and you are drawn like a heat-seeking magnet to the bedroom you slept in as a child. And now, you're outside that bedroom. Your hand is on the door handle, and you're just about to go inside your childhood bedroom. In that room is you as a little kid. And you know that little kid so well, and you have complete affinity with that child. And that child knows that you are them all grown up, and they have complete affinity with you, and they will tell you anything you need to know. So open the door. Go into that room, and there, sitting on the bed, is you as a little kid, a little child between the ages of 2 and 8, and now you're sitting next to that child. You know that little child so well. This is you as a child, and they know that you are them all grown up, and they feel comfortable with you being in the room with them. And I want you to ask that child some question, and as you ask each question, the answer will spring into your mind immediately. The first thing you're going to ask the child is, are you happy or unhappy? And the answer is going to come up immediately. I want you to ask that child another question, who loves you? And the answer will come up immediately. I want you to ask that child if they feel lovable. I want you to ask them, what do the people raising them, usually mommy or daddy, but it could be grandparents or relatives, what do the people raising them do or not do that make that child feel not lovable or not good enough? And here's one more question I want you to ask that child very clearly. Who is rejecting you? What are the people around you doing or not doing to make you feel rejected? That child will tell you straight away with childhood honesty and clarity what's happening that's making them feel rejected. Who makes them feel rejected? It could be children at school, it could be siblings, it could be neighborhood kids. And now as I click my fingers, you're going to remember some words said. Some words that were said to that little child when you were that little child. As I count to 3, you're going to hear certain words. On the count of 1, 2, and 3, your ears are wide open. You can remember something being said to you, about you, or even over you, something that has led you to fear being rejected. To feel that you are rejected, to feel that you are not good enough. Something to do with you feeling that you're not smart enough or pretty enough or attractive enough, that you don't have what the other children have. I want you to look at that little child and just feel what they are feeling, hear what they heard, and see what they saw. And now as I count back, with your brilliant mind is going to take you right back to a scene, place, event that is all to do with when you first got the perception that people might or even are rejecting you right now. On the count of 5, your brilliant mind is pulling you back, taking you back, moving you back, drawing you back. You're going back to a scene that is all to do with you feeling rejected. On the count of 4, you're becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 3, years are peeling away from your body. On the count of 2, you are drifting back. It's like you're in a time tunnel being pulled back, drawn back, taken back to a vivid, vital scene that is the cause, the reason the root of you still fearing rejection. On the count of 1, just be there. As I click my fingers, a scene is springing into your mind as easily as a computer screen when you switch it on. The scene is coming into your mind now. As I ask you a set of questions, you instinctively and automatically know each answer. The first question is, are you inside or outside? You just know. Is it daytime or nighttime? You know that too. How old are you about? And here's the only question that really matters, which you're going to answer perfectly. What are you doing, seeing, feeling, and more than anything, what are you experiencing? And as you hear me saying, what are you experiencing? You are feeling that experience as if it happened yesterday. What are you feeling? What are you hearing? What is being said about you or to you or around you? What's going on? You may be at home with critical parents or a critical relative or a critical sitter. You may be at school or just maybe with your siblings. But I want you to be aware of what you are feeling and experiencing as if it happened yesterday. And I want you to keep that image to one side as if you had a recording of that moment, and you're just putting that to one side, because right now we're going to go back to another scene, an even more vivid, even more vital. All to do with how, where, why, when you acquired a fear of being rejected and the belief that people can reject you. On the count of 5, you're becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. On the count of 4, years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body. And on the count of 3, you are drifting way back, being pulled back, drawn back, taken back. On the count of 2, you're going back in time to a scene that is all to do with you being rejected. On the count of 1, you're drifting right back, just be there. Again, as I ask you these questions, a scene is springing into your mind as quickly as when you turn on a TV. This scene that you are in now, is it daytime or nighttime? You just know. Are you inside or outside? Are you on your own or is somebody with you? And finally, what are you doing, seeing, feeling, and more than anything, what are you experiencing? You're feeling the feeling, experiencing the experience, and remembering that scene as if it happened yesterday. But I want you to remember this. You don't have to relive this. We're not reliving it. We're reviewing it. If someone said something really mean to you or hit you, you don't relive that. You review it. You're reviewing this because it's giving you the most profound level of understanding about you. Just one more time, you're now going back to the most vital, crucial, vivid scene of all that has to do with how, where, why, and when you got this perception, this belief about you being rejected. On the count of 5, you are drifting back to a vivid, vital, crucial scene that is all to do with how you got to be this way. On the count of 4, you're becoming years younger. On the count of 3 and 2, you're becoming smaller, lighter, shorter. Years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body. You are drifting right back. You're being pulled back, drawn back, taken back to the most vivid scene that is the cause, the reason, and the root of you fearing rejection. Just be there. And this scene, this time, is it daytime or nighttime? Are you inside or outside? You just know. How old are you about? And finally, the only question that really matters is, what are you doing, seeing, feeling? What are you experiencing? You can feel that feeling like it happened yesterday. And I want you to keep those 3 scenes in your mind, and I want you to look over, around, and through these scenes right now. Your brilliant mind is looking at these scenes, and as it looks at them, it understands exactly how and where and why and when you got this fear of being rejected. And as your mind looks at these scenes, it's already processing it all and saying, oh yes, okay. Those people said that really mean thing to me. Someone said something mean or did something mean. I heard something mean. I thought my parents preferred my brother or my sister. I thought my teacher liked all the other kids, or I thought I was ugly, stupid, poor, or different. It doesn't matter what it actually was. It only matters is that you're beginning to see just how and where and why, and more than anything, when you got these beliefs. See, what you're seeing is that when you had been on the planet for just a couple of years, you were just a little baby, maybe 3, 4, 5 years old. You had come to conclusions about yourself. You had only been on the planet for just a couple of years when you came to a conclusion, formed a belief, made an opinion that people reject me. I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as other people, and I get rejected. And I want you to look at how and why and where you did that. I want you to imagine you're holding those 3 recordings of those scenes in one hand, and in the other hand, you're holding a scene of you today with this issue, this fear of rejection that holds you back. And your brilliant mind is showing you that those earlier scenes just have to do with why you felt rejecting. Understanding this power as you look over and around and through these scenes, there's understanding in this. It's so powerful, so liberating, and so transforming. You understand why and how those things affected you, but you also understand something else. You're not that little kid. You don't live with those critical people. That isn't you. It will never be you. And as you understand how and where and why you got rejected, you understand something else. It will never, ever again for the rest of your life be relevant or necessary or appropriate or even remotely interesting for you to feel these feelings ever again. I want you to go back into that bedroom with that sweet little child, and I want you to wrap your arms around that little child and take that child by the hand. I want you to take them back to where you live now. I want you to walk them through your front door, and I want you to show them where you live now. That where you live now, there's no people that are rejecting you or hurting you. You don't go to a school with critical teachers or bullying classmates. You don't go to a school where other kids put you down. You don't live with parents that hurt you. And even if you did, you have the power that you didn't have when you were 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You can leave at any time. So I want you to upgrade that child into the home that you live in now. Show them your phone with all the numbers of friends that like to hear from you. Show them that you have your own bank account. You can buy stuff. You have a car and a credit card and a phone. All these things were not available to you when you were 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, but they're available to you now. And I want you to remember all the things you most wanted to hear as a child. We all wanted to hear things like, "You're a great kid. I love you. How lucky am I to be your parent? How lucky am I that I get to raise such a wonderful child like you?" And I want you to repeat the words that I'm going to say, and I want you to repeat them out loud. Don't worry, nobody's listening, and it's more powerful for you to say this out loud, okay? I want you to hold that little child in your arms, and I want you to say out loud, "I'm becoming a loving parent to you now. No one in the world can play this role like I can. I love you the way you are. I love you completely and unconditionally. You never have to earn that. You're safe with me. I'm here protecting you always. I'll always have time for you. I'll always listen to you. You and I are in this together. There's nothing we can't do." I want you to show that little child the world you live in now, a world of friends and love and success. And even if you don't have all that yet, you are absolutely moving towards that, because what you want wants you, and what you are moving towards is absolutely moving towards you. I want you to upgrade that child now. I want you to think of all the things you most wanted to hear, and I want you to say them out loud. Let's start by saying, "You're such a great kid. You're so lovable. I'm so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky I get to raise you. You're so sweet. You're so smart. You're gorgeous. You're intelligent. You're clever. You're lovable." When you grow up, you're going to find so many people that love you because you're lovable, and no one can reject you because you're smart and lovable and you're an amazing kid. And I want you to add all the things you most needed to hear. And as you repeat even more words of what you really wanted to hear, you're the best kid, you're the wonderful, you're so amazing, I want you to think of something else. Even if your parents didn't love you, didn't want you, didn't plan you, the truth is somebody wanted you to be here. There are people who'd give anything to be parents, and sadly they never get to. And there are other people who really don't appreciate the incredible gift of children. You are a gift to your parents. You are a gift. You are meant to be here. Even if your parents did not want you and didn't appreciate you and they failed to honor you, the truth is the universe wanted you to be here. It wanted you to be you and put you here. The God that put you here on this planet will support you 1000% in knowing that you belong to life and life belongs to you. It will support you, and you simply cannot be rejected. To be rejected, you have to let it in. And if you don't let it in, you can't be rejected. People can be mean and critical, but you are choosing every day not to let it in because you remember the key words I'm telling you. My voice is going with you. My voice is staying with you. My voice is having a powerful, permanent, all-pervasive impact on you. Remember these words. Critical people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They're unhappy. They don't like themselves. And they criticize someone else, everyone around them, so that the other people can feel as badly as they do. But superior people praise. They praise, and you are becoming an expert at praising yourself. You praise yourself all the time. Every day you say, "I'm lovable, I matter, I can't be rejected, I love myself, I accept myself, I believe in myself, I'm here with something valuable to offer." Every day as you praise yourself, your self-esteem goes up, your sense of self-worth, your sense of self-value, self-love, self-image goes up, and then something even more wonderful happens. Other people's sense of your worth and value and image go up too because you believe in yourself. The most important words you hear are the words you say to yourself. And so every day you praise yourself, every day you go back and you talk to that little kid. I want you right now to instill that child in your home. You've taken them out of that childhood home and put them in the home where you live now. If you have children, add them to the children that you are doing a better job with than your parents did with you. If you live with a partner that loves you, invite that child to feel that love. If you live alone, it's okay, because remember, you are becoming a loving parent to this child. No one can do that job quite as good as you. So that child lives in your world every day. And as you're doing the most simple things like driving your car or paying for your groceries or going to work, you remember and say to yourself, "Hey, I'm not that kid because I'm driving my car and I'm using my credit card and I'm not 4, I'm not 3, I don't live in that home, I cannot be rejected." This is the truth about you. No one can reject you unless you give them permission. And you're never going to do that because you know the truth about you. And I know the truth about you. You matter. You're significant. You belong. You cannot be rejected. And you are developing phenomenal coping skills, emotional resilience, and emotional mastery. Every day you remind yourself that you matter, you're significant, and you love yourself. You give and receive love, and all those fears of rejection, they are shrinking and disappearing. They are going, they are gone. Everything that made you fear rejection is being shattered and smashed. It is out of your life. It is in your past. It's behind you. It is something you used to have, and you simply cannot, will not, and does not affect you ever again as you move on from one fantastic accomplishment to another. So let's just do one more thing. I want you to imagine those people that rejected you, the parents that criticized you, the relatives that put you down, or the kids that bullied you. And I want you to imagine that when you go home today, those parents are in your house, they've arrived with their luggage, they want to move in with you. They've had a moment where they've suddenly realized how incredible you are. And all they want to do is follow you around the house saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. Let me walk with you to work. Let me walk home with you. I want to travel with you. I want to hang out with you. I want to watch TV with you. I want you to imagine how long you could take if those people that criticized you suddenly moved into your life and were there from the minute you woke up to the minute you went to sleep, just praising you. You probably wouldn't want that. Because guess what? You don't need that. When you were a kid, you needed people to love you and to protect you from rejection. And now you're all grown up. You're doing such an amazing job. You don't need those critical people from your past to love you because you're doing an awesome job, an incredible job, an outstanding job of seeing how lovable you are. You cannot be rejected. You are bulletproof. You are rejection proof. People can say horrible things and you can say, yeah, thanks for sharing. That's just an opinion because you don't have to let it in. As you go deeper, you are also aware of a powerful transformation taking place in you. You like yourself. You really like yourself. Because you like yourself, other people like you too. You move on from one amazing accomplishment to another, and you like yourself, and other people like you right back. And you praise yourself, and you praise others, and they praise you right back. You believe in yourself. You massively increase your own level of self-worth, self-value, self-love, self-image, and everyone around you does the same thing. When people are harsh and mean and critical, you understand that they're having a bad day, that your parents probably did the best they could. It wasn't enough, but they probably had pretty awful parents as well. But you're breaking that cycle and you're doing better. You're a loving person. You like yourself. You believe in yourself. You feel good about yourself. You have a warm and magnetic personality, and people like you. You like you, and every day you praise yourself. Just one final thing that's really gonna help you heal here. I want you to go back to those 3 scenes, and I want you to imagine the person that bullied you actually really likes you and wants to hang out with you and wants to be your friend. And the parents that put you down suddenly recognizing what a great kid you are, that the people that diminished you or hurt you just want to love you. Because you see, you can actually change those scenes and confuse your mind. So you can change those scenes and confuse your mind. But you know what? You don't need to do that. Because no matter how bad your childhood was, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. You're free. You're free. But if you want to, you can even go back and make those 3 scenes look the way you would have liked them to look. And that too will have such a powerful transformation in you. I'm just going to tell you a really quick story before you come back into your full awareness. A holy man, a very spiritual man, was interviewed by a journalist who didn't like him. And the journalist kept saying, "Oh, you're such a fake. This is just bogus. I don't believe in any of this holy stuff." And the holy man just smiled and beamed and continued to smile and beam as the journalist got really annoyed. And the journalist said, "Why are you smiling and beaming when I keep criticizing you?" And the holy man said, "Well, if you give me a gift, but I don't take your gift, who has the gift?" And the journalist had to say, "Well, I guess I do." "That's right. If I don't take your gift, you have the gift. So if I don't take your criticism, I'm just leaving them with you." And that's such a powerful metaphor for life. People can be mean and harsh and critical, and you don't have to take that. They're having a bad day. People have bad days, and that's okay. But you're having great days because you praise yourself and you believe in yourself, and you cannot be rejected. The most important words you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself. The most important opinion is your opinion. It doesn't matter what happened in your childhood, but even if it does, just one more time, let's look over, around, and through those scenes, and as you understand how they affected you, how they influenced you, you understand something even more powerful. As the beautiful, talented, lovable, grown-up person that you are today, it is no longer necessary or relevant. It isn't appropriate. It isn't even remotely interesting for you to think those thoughts or believe those beliefs ever again. They are out of your life. They are in your past. You are lovable. Every day, say these last few sentences in your head. I accept myself as lovable. I see myself as lovable. I am lovable. I easily give love. I easily accept love. I am filled and nourished by the love that surrounds me now and always. I nourish other people with my love. You say those words every day because the truth is, you're lovable. You always have been. You always will be. You easily give and receive love. You are filled and nourished and sustained by love. It's available to you, and you sustain other people with your love, and you cannot be rejected, because to be rejected, you have to give the person trying to reject you all the power. You have to believe everything that they believe, and you have a choice every day not to do that, and you make that great choice every day because you are bulletproof, you are rejection proof. You love you, you praise you, you recognize you, and you are bulletproof. So feeling bulletproof, feeling phenomenal, feeling extraordinary, feeling wonderful, feeling able to come back to your full awareness, the same but different. And knowing that every time you think these thoughts, my voice will go with you. My voice will go with you. My voice will stay with you. It's having right now a powerful, permanent, all-pervasive, wonderful healing impact on you. On the count of 1, you're returning to your full awareness, feeling amazing. On a count of 2, you're feeling at peace. On a count of 3, you're feeling extraordinary. On a count of 4, feeling so proud of yourself. And on a count of 5, feeling amazing with an understanding that is so liberating, so freeing, so empowering. Just open your eyes and fill up your lungs and just take a few deep breaths and give yourself a couple of minutes. You've done something truly extraordinary, and I want to acknowledge you for that. And just remember, you've always been, and you will always be lovable.